We're back.
We were never gone.
We didn't go anywhere. We didn't purposely avoid doing a podcast about Tennessee athletics for a month.
Let's take a holiday break like the rest of the world.
That's true. Traffic has died down again in Pigeon Forge. Everybody's headed home.
No rod run this weekend.
You know, it could pop up at any time, really and truly. But the streets are clear. It's wonderful. And the Florida students last night stayed home. Hopefully, no one from Knoxville was down in Gainesville last night.
I certainly wasn't. I don't
Well,
think anyone from Knoxville really showed up.
Caleb, at what point in the game did you turn your TV off?
Of course, didn't turn my TV off, but I snapped and cleared about 16 minutes left in the game when it was clear we were not going to even put up a fight.
Mm-hmm. I snapped and cleared at 8-0.
I kept holding out hope Chaz Lanier was gonna make a few threes in a row thing, but after we just came out of halftime, the same old thing. I was like, it's over.
Oh yeah, no, we went in and we played. We TikToked at halftime. I don't know, but I've got this weird feeling since about the moment I realized our 10-0 run against Ohio State. My mind shifted. Follow me on this. My mind shifted to a kind of dispassionate viewing of Tennessee athletics for the time being. I viewed the Ohio State game as a data point in a long running story of Tennessee football. I didn't get mad about it. I didn't feel great, obviously, but it's translated into basketball. I took Arkansas and said, okay, I think Arkansas is kind of whatever, kind of mediocre, maybe a little on the good side of mediocre, and we did good things against them. I'll take that as a data point. Well, let's see what we do when we step up the competition. And then you get
Yeah,
another.
we have so many more data points that we are pretty good, actually really good. That
Yeah.
unless we continue to get data points that we kind of suck, then I'm gonna believe that we're good. Because I mean, Illinois
Yes.
turned out to be very good.
I'm hoping that lingers. I didn't realize it was considered the best out of conference road win so far in the season
Of anybody,
of anybody, apparently, according to Evan Miyakawa.
he gave us the I'm
Two
calling
seed.
it 2 seed.
Two
Oh man,
seed.
Florida the 1 seed. That hurt.
I was last week after the Arkansas or earlier after the Arkansas game. I was scrolling through his Twitter and seeing what did he give us a seed prediction earlier? Oh no. Okay. I didn't bother to track how many kill shots there were, but it felt like it was a game long kill shot.
I mean, it was pretty hilarious in a
You know,
way.
in
Like,
a way, yes, it became farce pretty quick. I mean, what
I
was
mean,
it?
we clearly played poorly, but it didn't feel like we played like it was like we shot horribly. Like it wasn't. It didn't look to me like we didn't care to be there necessarily, or like
No, but
we didn't prepare. It was literally we couldn't shoot.
your basketball eyes are better than mine. Were we taking good shots? It looked to me
I
like
think
we
we
were
were at the
frantic.
beginning, at least.
Okay. Like there were open shots to be taken. It's just Rick fills the rims with concrete to test his guys. In this one, he decided to do it against a rival. I mean, it
I
was.
mean, I don't know. Florida's also really good.
Are they?
And yes, they are. I mean, their metrics say they're about as good as Illinois. I mean,
Well,
they're
that's
good. They're like definitely top 10.
Okay. Well, so I don't know what accounts for it. I was trying to think of an analog from last season to make me feel a little better. Like the Texas A&M game was sort of in the midway point of the league slate. Go on the road, nothing goes right. Refs are terrible. Can't put it in the basket. Turnovers, everybody's sloppy. But that was some experience in conference at that point. And I was thinking about the Mississippi State game at the Hump last year, kind of sort of similar, but there was nothing that compared to this. It did make me start to question what we actually are. I don't know. The metrics say one thing, but last night just seemed like something altogether different. Did you feel the same?
Well, no, I don't feel the same.
You're so cerebral.
I just think maybe we're not top 4 in the country. I don't know, but I definitely think we're very good and we're going to win a lot of games.
You think we're going to beat Texas?
Yeah.
Think we get a replay of the what was the you remember this stuff better than me when we beat Texas last year. What was
it was rest in peace Jeker called into the 5th quarter fan reaction and said something along the lines of course the Tennessee they can only make it to the Sweet 16 because Rick Barnes played one of his proteges or something.
The man was a wordsmith. Nailed it. What was Nega Dave's reaction?
I did not listen to Nega Dave yesterday. He apparently waited on hold for an hour and 45 minutes today.
Jesus Christ.
To be the first caller and then got ripped to shreds by everyone.
I do respect their homerism, but I don't know. I feel like we're going in circles here. We need Matt. We feel like we're limping.
All right, here's Matt. Just typical Barnes, just gonna flame out in the second round.
We suck. Not our day. God, this is embarrassing. Just get him off the court.
Then we got these people on Twitter of all fans saying, "Oh, guys, don't worry about it. It's just one game. Just one game. Lost by 30."
Oh man, when Dubar got that foul on the second left,
what we gonna do? Checker Food City Center when they get back, and that'll turn it around.
Matt, you're welcome to come back on and record a response because that sounds verbatim. Heard this before. Kyle thinks this is just par for the course.
Well, okay, let me poke a little inconsistency in the Nick Barnes folks. They always say, well, Barnes is regular season Rick, and then he flames out in the postseason. But then every time we lose a game in the regular season, they freak out about that too. So I was
It's the legions of the miserable.
Yeah. We weren't going to go undefeated this year, so I'm glad.
Man, it looked like it there for a minute. Does your gut say that we're going to be like back in the biggest days of the Big Ten, where you look at the tournament field on Selection Saturday and you go, here's Michigan State as a 9 seed. You look at their record and they're 18-15 and they lost their first game in the Big Ten tournament. We're not going to be like that, but I think the league could be like that.
Oh, yeah. I mean, there's going to be a 9 or a 10 seed from the SEC who's probably really good but lost 10 or 12 conference games or something.
Yeah. I mean, it's approaching baseball level of excellence and parody.
I mean, it might be
I think it's
better.
beyond it.
Like I don't know. I've not watched a ton of. It doesn't seem like there's any gimme game. Like who's bad in the like they're all pretty. South Carolina even is like
Okay.
top 75 and on the metrics. So like every game is going to be reasonably tough at a minimum.
Do you prefer this, like that the SEC as a whole started investing in basketball coaches?
Well, I mean, I do like that we have good games to play, but I wish there were a few cupcakes on the schedule. It'd be nice to be able to look at, like, okay, we can kind of take Wednesday off this week, but that's not going to be the case.
Wednesday slop, Tuesday slop on the menu till March.
I mean, pretty much we got to win our home games, try to split on the road.
That Auburn game, I've been thinking about. I've spent the last month going, man, it just feels kind of silly that we're one ahead of them. That is such a good team. Have you watched any?
It is just January. Let's see where things. I mean,
does your gut tell you that there's going to be some run here soon? Was this just a one-off? Like what?
I don't know. I don't know. I just think we have enough. I think we literally just need to survive SEC play. Like, I don't. Let's go. Like, I'm fine if we lose 6, 7 games, 8 games. We just gotta survive. Our depth is gonna hurt us in a handful of games. Let's just get to March. Like, then we'll be more than tested. I mean, like once we get to March, it's gonna be like easier than we've faced through the SEC season.
Yeah, what are we gonna have left at that point? Every one of us is gonna be ground to a pulp.
I don't know. I mean, of course we could lose early in March because that happens to even teams that are good. Like it just happens sometimes, but I do like this team a lot. I feel like they may be better than last year's team.
Okay, let's talk about that. Like specifically, do you think we're more balanced offense? I mean, yes, more people score.
I think the pieces fit together a little bit nicer than last year's pieces fit together.
Okay.
I do think Dalton Connect is clearly better than Chaz Lanier all around. But at times last year, it was like, all right, we're going to give the ball to him and get out of the way. And a lot of times it worked, but it wasn't really like there was no offensive flow.
Yes.
And also, like, you look at Triple J. I mean, I love Triple J, but he wasn't really contributing very much, at least offensively. He was a pretty good defender, I guess. But Igor is clearly more talented than Triple J. Akpara and Adu at worst is a even, but I think Akpara is probably a little bit better. Maybe not, doesn't have the offensive game, but
I did really relish the oh man, Adu is getting punked by these guys. Watching Ziggy just zip past him, mouth off. Oh man.
Yeah, he's just Adu's soft and he's not gonna show up in any sort of big game.
On the flip side, Akpara was the best player for Tennessee on the court last night.
Yeah, that's kind of sad, but yeah, you're probably right.
I mean, he had hustle. He was moving. He scored some points. I enjoyed Zakai coming alive with about 3 minutes left.
Yeah, we need Zakai to play a little better.
Yeah, like I don't know what the deal is there.
He'll be fine. I trust that he'll be fine by March.
Blanket statement: I trust Rick.
Yes.
I've seen the product from Rick over and over and over and over. And I do believe that I think you're right. I think the pieces are there. But
Gainey's better than he was last year. Last night, notwithstanding.
did he score?
I don't know. He was 0 for 10 at one point, but I don't know if he ended up.
Woo!
But on the whole, he's been much better this year than he was last year.
Truly.
Chaz is a better shooter than anyone we had on just a better spot up shooter last night, notwithstanding, than anyone we had last year.
The carve outs and caveats of this episode are maybe the most ever.
I mean, since we're okay, well, we should take into account the other game that happened this week. Arkansas, we played amazing. Like
we did. And the atmosphere was electric.
Yes.
I mean, I from that, I said, okay, this is legitimate. I was, even with the Illinois win, I'm looking at the way we were playing against your Norfolk States and your MTSUs and stuff like that. And I'm thinking about what last year did and Grant's team did against similar kind of competition, but maybe Grant's team's not a fair comparison. But I've had this sense that like I'm not ready to really buy into this is Rick's most complete best team. And then obviously last night was.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. We'll see. Yeah. I think our depth is what's going to hurt us, but otherwise, I love the pieces that we've got. Cade Phillips is great. I love that guy.
I'm glad he got his shoulder worked out. He dislocated his shoulder. Had to pop it back in.
Yeah.
Like Martin Riggs. God. Man, though, yeah, I kept thinking last night with that Florida Giant just getting these easy bunnies over and over and over. How much we miss Estrella.
Yeah, I mean, that is going to be another weakness is anybody who's got serious length. Florida has like 2 7-footers.
Yeah, no, that's like it was surprising to me that we couldn't mount any resistance. I mean, probably more resistance than Kentucky was able to mount by the score alone. But when Florida was determined to score, God, they got it every time. I just never seen our whole team character change like that. Just completely be taken out. Didn't even get on the plane. Did that not bug you?
I mean, a little bit. It's basketball. There's 40 games or whatever. Let's a stinker. Let's flush it and move on.
True. No, I maintained my dispassionate feeling about it. I was very dispassionate last night, but for the purposes of a podcast, I'm going to allow that little chamber of inner secret feelings to pop out. I feel anxiety. What can I say?
That's fine. I mean, let's regroup in a week and see if it was a beginning of a trend or an outlier.
The next 4 are interesting.
Read them to me. I don't know who they are.
Okay, it's at Texas on Saturday. The next midweek is home with Georgia. Then Vandy, then Mississippi State, or then at Vandy, then home with Mississippi State. Like this is a run. This is like a true resume builder 2 weeks. Not really.
We need to go at least 3-1.
We need to go 3-1 there against every one of them. And I think the team I'm most scared of is Mississippi State.
I've not watched them other than I've seen that they're ranked pretty high. But
recall last year at the Hump, they just had these giants, and they were real mean.
Didn't they have the kids in the banana suits, or was that
oh man. Which one of you was the one that got like inordinately pissed about that?
Not me. I think it was our friend James.
Our friend James, not on the pod. Welcome.
I thought it was kind of funny. I could not have cared less.
Oh man, he was the first one, and then I get on Twitter and them sons of bitches. My God, I gotta show him on camera again. Yes, I'm sure they'll be back. But they just play a really physical style. We play a physical style, but for some reason, their physicality when we play them, it just we tend to cow a little bit. Kind of like Florida. Didn't think Florida was all that shouldn't. I mean, didn't look all that physical with Kentucky. And then wham!
I don't know. We're fine.
We're fine. Okay. Thank you for my therapy session, Caleb. We've
All
just
right.
got to get back.
Did you watch the Lady Vols game?
Are we talking the Oklahoma?
Oklahoma, yeah.
Okay. My dad was so angry about that last shot. He was I came home and he was talking. He walked in the door and he was like, "Did you see what them Lady Vols did? Why didn't she drive to the basket?" And I go, "What'd you think about it?" First of all, you asked the question.
Okay, first, the comeback was incredibly entertaining. I was glad to see our girls have some fight.
Yes.
Yeah, the bad last play.
Okay. Do you call? Okay. My feeling is that the open three, good look three, is what she coaches. Woo. It's been a day and a half, folks. That's what she coaches. It's like 3 first. It's almost like Nate Oates-ish. They like to take threes. They work extensively on threes,
Well,
and to her, that is a good shot.
okay, I agree with the philosophy because 3 is worth more than 2 for 99% of the game, and the math works out. But when you're only down 1 with like 8 seconds left, you need to do the highest percentage shot because you only need 2.
Fair. Okay. The percentages go up that you draw the foul or you make the basket.
I mean, that would be my hope, is that you could get a good shot, like a open layup attempt or something. But
Mm-hmm. But she was wide open.
I don't get. So okay, maybe we shouldn't talk women's basketball as much because now I have no idea if this girl's a good 3-point shooter or not. So
Also true. We're revealing a lot of ignorance here.
she's a 40% 3-point shooter. Fine.
We've not said a single name yet. This is this is unfortunate.
Well, let's just say I hope Coach Kim's delivery goes well in the next week or so.
Wait, tell me about it. What's the? I haven't been on Twitter all that much.
I think it's supposed to be pretty soon. I don't know. Kim Mulkey was talking about how she might be having it during the LSU game or something out on the court.
That is such a Kim Mulkey. Still want to call her Kim Mulkey Robinson. That is a very Kim Mulkey Robinson thing to say.
Yeah.
We're very okay. I still don't know. Is she gone for the rest of the season, or is she gonna be like Pat with Tyler?
How long did Pat take off?
I don't know, but there's some awful. There's some pictures of some real little Tyler on the sideline.
I don't know. I mean, whatever she wants to do.
Whatever she wants to do. It's not our place to talk about. Thank you, Caleb. We're so enlightened here.
All right, what else has happened in Tennessee athletics?
In Tennessee athletics, can't recall.
Saw Dean Curley was second team All-American preseason. Woo! Along with Nate Snead.
Is that the ranking of people who need to lay out more?
Probably, yes.
Okay. We love Dean. We love our base balls.
There's going to be 2 first bases this year. That's a development.
Oh, with the orange one?
I don't know what color it's going to be, but yeah.
Yeah, they did that at the SEC tournament, right?
Yeah.
Had the double bases. And look how that went. No, Like, let's be honest with one another. Is basketball now just the window dressing on the sliding elevator or escalator words?
No, it's
First
not that.
pitch.
I mean, it's probably my third favorite of the major sports, but I still enjoy it.
Third favorite.
Would you put it
I don't
behind
know.
softball?
Well, we do love Karen, and we hope Ralph is doing well. And we watch a lot. We do. We watch our ribbons. We root for our ribbons. But yes, I just don't know what's won. I mean, I have my suspicions about your one these days, but
Well, gosh, I was thinking the other day about how I can't wait to sit down on a Friday night in March and just whenever we're on the road and just watch all the league games. So nice.
it's a very hard thing to explain to people who haven't already caught the bug. That yes, it is as extensive as a college football Saturday, and it feels like what college football Saturdays used to feel like when we were kids.
Yeah, in a way, I agree. I like that you get to know the players
Yes.
like unlike you do in football, especially these days when there's so many freaking transfers and like
There's a cohesiveness to the team, even though they're, the bulk of what won us a World Series is gone now. They're still very, very likable and excellent pieces. And the stuff that we've brought in seems excellent.
yeah.
I'm just, I'm drawing back my expectations because Tony seems to, at least when he's on the radio. But what's first game? We're not starting the season in a tournament this year, right?
No, it's in like 5 weeks, I think.
You want to go to Houston?
I mean, it would be fun, but I don't think I want to
See the
pull that out.
Shriners?
Yeah, we have that's like the third or something week of the season when we go down there.
No, it still has the freshness. I haven't built in a a lingering internal anxiety like I have about football and now basketball. I'm not comparing past coaches. I'm not comparing year to year. Like each game, each pitch, each inning it still feels kind of new.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
There's so many little things in the sport that are just so fun. Like Tuesday night, turning on ESPN Plus, seeing what announcer they're paying $5 to call the game.
Oh,
What kind of shaky camera angle they can come up with. Just
it's the JEM student on his practicum, and he's holding the camera in the batter's eye. Can't find the stand, and then about midway through the third inning, we lose that camera, and it just goes to the one in the press box, and we get some vintage Jefferson Pilot football audio. I can hear it rolling around on the table. Hopefully, they're going to have something for those poor sportscasters to sit in come February.
I was thinking about that the other day. I'm like, Wilkerson, where's he going to call the game from?
He's going to get cold.
Yeah.
His press box is gone, and a skeleton has replaced it.
But like, is it going? Are they gonna have them in? Like, or are they just gonna be sitting like where the overflow press box used to be, which was literally like a tent?
Yeah.
On the third baseline.
You say in the concourse area, in the walkway.
Are they going to give the media their own porch this year?
Oh well, that would be. if we could get WLN next to John on the broadcast. Oh. I do like the idea of John having to dodge people double fisting their Yinglings walking back. Wait, he wanted popcorn and chicken tenders. How's that turkey leg, John? If it's going to be an interesting year. It's gonna I don't know what we know. I don't know what to do with this kind of success just yet. Because it truly feels like the baseball season never ended. I'm still on the high.
Yeah, I got my expectations in check pretty good. I just want to make I think I want to be like a top 16 seed. And that's my goal for the year.
I think is that your goal, relatively your goal for basketball? Yeah, like a top 15 type team and
year to year, yeah, I think we're better than that this year. And
we're gonna get
hope we're not
hammered.
A 4 seed. If we're a 4 seed, I'll be disappointed. But
4 or lower is I don't know. Bruce got us to the Elite 8. What, the 5?
6 or
I don't
6.
know. But yeah, we just gotta the regular seasons are so fun. I've got to get myself out of the tournament threshold of success measurement. I don't know what to call it.
Let's just state it on the record. Playoffs and postseason tournaments don't matter.
Especially in football.
Any sports.
Hard time convincing our colleagues of that. But I can roll with that. I like old regular season, Rick. And I like beating the hell out of the SEC with Tony. Just need to beat Alabama this year. Still thinking about that first series with Alabama. Yes.
Oh, yeah. Well, yeah.
Do we go back into their giant?
Yes, we get to go back to the wall again this year.
Getting taller.
And they've got LeBron. That LeBron guy. Probably, he might be the guy who replaces Enrique Bradfield and Trey Morgan for me.
There's always so many to fear. So many enemies everywhere. Who's our Enrique Bradfield? The new guy.
Oh, Jay Abernathy. He was rated like a perfect game, or somebody came out with their top 75 freshman list, and he was number 6.
Yes. Yes, I've longed. I mean, Hunter Inslee in that spot is excellent. Where's Abernathy playing? Shortstop.
They're saying he's going to play left field probably this year.
Guy with some speed and an arm, who scares you on the base paths. Yes. Truly scares you. I mean, you say Enrique Bradfield, my haunches, my hackles go up to this day. But we're in for a pretty exciting. I mean, we're still in a very golden age of Tennessee athletics, and I think it's going to be a fun year, even though the Good Ole Rocky Pod is kind of limping into it. We're gonna do our best. This is the normal threshold of death, and we're trying very hard to go beyond.
Listeners, you should savor this episode, because this might be is this the first ever January episode of the Good Ole Rocky Pod?
No. Last year, I made a trailer with the song "We're Back." We were back for exactly one episode.
What did we talk about?
We talked about losing in the Maui. Check that. We talked about getting destroyed in the Maui.
And look how that season turned out. Pretty good.
There you go, Caleb. This is truly a balm to my rattled nerves. What would be a better balm? We got to get our guys back, and we got to get this thing rolling again.
All right. We
or
just got.
else. But what's very and abundantly clear is I don't need to be the host.
I don't
I'm
either.
I'm a meanderer. This is meandered and tangent into trees, into rivers.
Well, should we wrap it up then? Any other news or notes?
Well, should we do the, in spirit of Kyle, should we do the rest of the playoff?
Oh yeah, let's do it for Kyle.
Let's do it for Kyle.
Who's
Okay.
who's, who's playing?
I can't believe how much it just, pew, like an old TV, just went to black, a little dot in my mind, in my heart.
I've actually enjoyed it quite a bit.
I did enjoy seeing Georgia get theirs, though at Notre Dame, to Notre Dame's benefit, we're just all in hate territory right now. Truly, I don't remember. Ohio
Oh,
State
Texas.
playing. Ohio State's playing Texas.
Yep, in the Cotton Bowl. Who you got?
In a shout out to Ohio State, who showed us, like Nebraska in 1998, what we actually are or were at that time. Ohio State is not only going to thrash Texas because I've been a Texas skeptic all year and remain so. Arizona State should have beat them. Ohio State's going to win that one and then win the whole thing.
Yeah, I do think Ohio State has the best win of the college football season when they beat Tennessee.
Well said.
Um, so it's hard to argue. I think Ohio State's going to beat Texas.
I mean, they took a truly elite team that brought 35, at least, 1,000 people into the shoe. And yeah, made us look weak. That's a great Tennessee team you guys beat. I'm glad you had a little easier time with Oregon. I know
Yeah.
that's a step down. I know you didn't even really sharpen iron there. I'm glad we gave you a better challenge. But I think I'm rooting actually for Ohio State to go the whole way this time.
Oh, so I was thinking about that. I don't know if I can root for anyone at this point.
Here are your options. The Texas Longhorns.
No, I'm definitely rooting for Ohio State over Texas.
Let's go to the other side of the bracket.
Notre Dame and Penn State.
The Penn State.
I can't cheer for them. Impossible.
No, you cannot. Nor can I.
Well, it's kind of between, do I want Notre Dame to win or Ohio State? And I don't know the answer to that.
I do think it would be funny once again for Jimmy Frank to get to a big game and just nope.
You mean get to the title game?
Get to the title game. Maybe Notre Dame's a big game, but for him to get to the point and then just nope, and then go complain about the media setup in what the Mercedes-Benz Stadium.
Yeah, I don't know. I think Notre Dame's probably a little better than Penn State.
I think Notre Dame wins it for sure. I'm a Penn State skeptic, and Notre Dame has shown a little something. Like even with Georgia not really being Georgia, Notre Dame had some guts.
Yeah, I wouldn't be super mad if they won it all.
Old Lou is still out there.
I've never hated them as much as like the generation before us.
Yes.
Hated them, but
they hated them because they were the only ones on NBC.
Yeah, they've been mostly harmless in our lives.
Yes. Apart from 2004 and 5.
Yeah, to us, but nationally
harmless. Okay.
Yeah.
Yes. No. That's a good point. I think I still want to bomb the masses of people who who overreacted after the Ohio State game, and you could just point and say, we lost to the national champions. They thrashed everyone they played. I mean, that Ohio State team playing the way it was, or playing the way it is now, is the best team in the country. It just, I wish they would have beaten Michigan. Just Christ. B, the national media and our own fans did not do us much service by poking that particular bear for a month.
Yeah, in retrospect, yes, that's true, but we had no way of knowing.
We only game planned for the Michigan version of Ohio State. Ooh, they're not going to throw the ball.
That was a good point I heard someone bring up, was we should have played mind games with them, and Heupel should have come out and said they're not very tough and just dared them to just only run the ball.
Show them that grit. Heupel's just not built that way.
No.
We played it straight. We did what we could. And now we've put a bow on the football season.
Great season.
Great season. A lot of fun. A commemorative ticket season. We smoked a cigar at Neyland Stadium. We beat all the traditional rivals. Well, yes. I love
the little shot you took at Georgia there. That was nice.
My feelings on the Georgia rivalry are well known. I think. I don't know. But yeah, any final thoughts? We apologize to the listeners. Kind of low energy tonight. A little bit of rambling. Lots to talk about. We will delve deeply into Tennessee basketball and preview Tennessee baseball incrementally going forward. Final thoughts, Kale. Last word, yours.
Well, I think we need to go down to Texas on Saturday and show them why we're the real UT.